We're back to the Neil Haley Show, and my guest today is best-selling author Grace Lynx Jenkins. Site. I was just interested, and this we're going to talk about how we have conversations and they're weird. We decided to take your book into AI today, and people say that ChatGPT thinks that your writing reminds them of Dean Koontz. You had no idea who Dean Koontz is, but he's a New York Times bestselling author. But got to see the breakdown of your writing using Claude and ChatGPT. It blew you away, didn't it?
Yeah, it was very interesting. Now, here's where I stand as an author. You should never use AI to create your work or your art. And that's why a lot of artists will get really, really mad about the topic. That's why I tend to be a little bit more reserved about AI as well, because again, you want to use your own original thought. But I do think that it was very helpful to have something that is not as biased sit down and break down my work and tell me, okay, these are the strengths. This is really, really good. And then these are some things that you could work on in the future. I'm like, okay, yeah, this actually kind of matches what I think in terms of, things that I could work on, like pacing. That was one thing that I know I struggle with that. And a couple of other things. And it's telling me the same strengths that I've always told, like character driven plots, huge psychological emphasis, building suspense through being interwoven into the character's mind throughout the work itself. So it was very interesting. I was very happy with it, to say the least.
Now, for Grace being young, she has her goal of becoming a very, very successful author. She has the blueprint for her first novel. A lot of people see it and say, no way, you can't be at this level. And the comparisons are pretty interesting. But I agree with you, Grace. If it was me they were asking to compare, it would lie because I own both those Chat, GBT, and Claude. But by me putting your name in there, the only bias is it had information on you, but I asked for an evaluation and AI works for me, meaning my Claude and my ChatGPT work for me. So I wanted that breakdown, so it gave it to us. And you're right, creativity will never be taken from AI. AI is here to make you better. It's a great teacher. And that is what we all can become the most productive and successful people if we use AI that way. And that's the way they should have presented it from the beginning. And they didn't, Grace. And that's too bad, to replace the human. Because I'm telling you, after I have 100 AI employees doing very menial tasks, it's never replacing a human. And it's the biggest fool's gold you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, it's wild to me. There are even companies right now, they tried to replace people, and it did not bode well for them. They ended up losing a bunch of money, and nobody wants to work for them now because they tried to replace their people with AI. So it's like, if you're going to use AI inside of the work environment, you should use it as a tool that people can use to pull and possibly query data. That would be my main thing.
I say query day, do tasks that humans do not want to do and make humans perform better at their job. That's
Yeah.
it, period. I can build a website in 2 seconds better than any designer now. But does that mean that I can still do the designing points? No, but I'm going to use it in a way to take care of it and get it done. Is it going to be better than a designer? No, but it's going to get product to shipped. We have to all become better at other things because of AI. AI makes us superhuman. That's what we have to become, a superhuman. That's my take. I don't feel that AI is better than me, but AI and me combined and just Neil by himself, AI and Neil win. So I appreciate it. Go to gracelynxjenkins.com, purchase her book, and fun little conversation. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.